Hello, folks. I'm Carlos Medina here. I am the president of Home Lift Pros. We are a veteran owned small business, and we do business with the VA, and then we also do business directly to the consumer as far as on the retail side here. We're based out of Orlando, Florida. We do have a decent network nationwide. If you need any sort of help or any advice, feel free to give us a call. The number's right here, right below me. And even if we can't serve you ourselves, we've been in the industry long enough and developed plenty of industry relationships in the stair lift or just the accessibility and mobility industry in itself. Be more than happy to give you a hand and advice the best that we can and use the experience that we have and be able to guide you at least in the right direction. The One of the most frequently asked questions that we get is which brand of stair lift should we buy? Um, you know, Being that the market is now flooded with different brands, both that are manufactured here domestically, and then some that are manufactured in overseas. Some of them in trade countries, some of them not in regular trade countries, and and what that means to you. So first, the initial breakdown that we can actually offer is the fact that uh, most straight stair lifts are pretty much the same. They get you up and down the stairs. They get you from point A to point B, and they do so, at speeds that are all very comparable. Don't ever let anybody tell you that one stair lift gets you from downstairs to upstairs faster, or upstairs to downstairs faster. Honestly, the difference is insignificant when you're talking about just standard length straight stair lifts. Um, One of the bigger differences, though, is how smooth the ride is, and how loud the stair lift may be. If you are considering one of the major manufacturers, and by major manufacturers, I want you to be careful. Major manufacturers are people like your Bruno, that's here from Wisconsin, Stana, Handicare, and a public enemy number one is typically Acorn Stairlifts because they are a manufacturer that sells directly to the consumer. But they are another major manufacturer. And then there's a few other ones. Harmar is another major manufacturer. So as long as you stick with manufacturers that are like that are approved manufacturers, they're accredited, they've been around for years, they understand what they're building, you're really not going to have a problem as far as how smooth or bumpy a ride may be. They're pretty much the same. They're also the same in some of the basic features that they have. They have their run on battery power. Battery powers are the same. They all swivel at the top so that you can dismount the stair lift safely. Some of the differences, as some of them are going to have continuous charging systems versus charging at the top or the bottom, or a longer charging system at the bottom and at the top. And those differences are, can mean something depending on your particular application. For a just a regular use, they really make no difference. And then different manufacturers also have features that others may have, but in a different way. For example, things like folding rails, powered options. What sort of powered options? Seat options. All of those things are mainly upsells, but they are very specific and a very small percentage of the need from the average consumer out there. I would say that 90% of the hundreds and hundreds of stair lifts that I've personally been responsible for are all just a regular stair lift that gets you from the bottom to the top of the steps. There are people that require some of the powered options and some of the additional features. However, that's just not the norm. And most people don't need to concern themselves with any of that stuff. A very important thing is that I would recommend is you do some background on the person that is installing the stair lift to make sure that they actually have been trained by the manufacturer. They understand, and they actually have some I would say some stair lifts under their belt. Is it okay to give somebody or brand new business an opportunity to do like their first install? Absolutely. However, I just would advise that you make sure that even though it might be the business's first installation, that it's not the installer's first installation, that they've been trained under another company or they've been trained under the manufacturer, and things like that. But other than that, your straight stair lifts, they're typically the same. Not any major differences as far as what they'll be able to do for you and how long they'll last. I've seen them all last pretty much the same amount of time, 5, 7, 10 years, and it really does depend on the actual usage of the usage and the person that's writing it. So. Other than that, give me a call, send us an email if you need any help. Again, even though we may not be in your area, we more than likely will be able to direct you to somebody that's reputable in your area and answer any questions. That's no fee. We love doing this. This is what we love to do for a living. So give us a call. Look forward to speaking with you. And again, my name is Carlos, and I am the president and owner here of Home Lift Pros, and looking forward to serving you in any way we can.